join me in welcoming Rashonda Taylor.
Oh, thank you, everyone. That's so beautiful. I want to start out by saying that this message, just like all of them, started as soon as I accepted the invitation. And my life is literally a manifestation of whatever it is the divine has for all of us, including myself, to hear as soon as I do accept said invitation. I was walking around trying to, well, not really trying, just connecting with all the energy. And it was very, well, I won't say funny, but I will say normal, that the last piece of the puzzle hit just before I got up here. And I usually do write out messages, lectures, but most of the time I never really get to read them, mostly. But this time I think I will be able to. The Bible was already open on the back table to exactly what I needed to read as far as scripture was concerned. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, well, I hope they don't notice that I borrowed it. The translation that I'm actually going to read is the Living Bible one, and it is 121 and songs. Some people may call it poems, songs. And this is what it says. In my troubles, I plead with God to help me, and he did. Deliver me, O Lord, from liars. O lying tongue, what shall be your fate? Ye shall be pierced with sharp arrows and burned with glowing coals. My troubles pile high among these haters of the Lord, these men of, I could be messing this word up, Meshik and Kedar. I am tired of being here among these men who hate peace. I am for peace, but they are for war, and my voice goes unheeded in their councils. The title of my message is Stop the War and Receive the Amazing Journey. And it comes from our transition in life. We're not told this message when we first come out of the womb. Oh, it would probably make everything so much better and easier. But when we get here, we are at war. But the war is not out there, it's in here. The war is within ourselves, it's within our past, as in past life experiences, if you subscribe to that, some people may not. But it also is in ourselves as far as what we decided to do when we came here. Why did we do that? And then it's also from our parents and their side, and that's a whole other situation. And then we're also living in society as a whole. That is the war within us, though, that's battling. When I look at each one of you, and I think I said this here before, and I'm saying it again, when I look at either of you, I can't really see you. Not really. I mean, with my physical eyes, I can see you as flesh and blood. If you weren't in bodies, I could see your spirit, but I still really wouldn't be able to see you. I don't think I'll ever be able to, because when I look at each one of you, instead of seeing you, I see me. Something that you say, something that you do is going to trigger me somehow unless I've gotten over it, or it's going to remind me of something that used to trigger me. I'm either going to see where I used to be, where I currently am, or where I'm going. That's what I'm going to see, though. I'm going to see myself. And then as soon as I realize and recognize and understand that, let me get this book out of the way. I don't want to malfunction stuff anymore. But as soon as I realize that all I see is me, past, present, and future, the war is over. I'm not fighting anymore, because now I understand, oh, wow. So how am I doing that to myself right now? Or how did I used to do that to myself? Is that something I'm about to do? Either or, after I learned that lesson, it's not going to affect me anymore, because if I'm still doing it to myself in some form of way, stop it. And then instantly when you stop, it no longer affects you. I'm sure you can look at any parts of your life right now, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, even your health. You can see your boss, you can see your children, your mom, your dad, or a stranger on the street, and instantly see that event, look at it, pause. Literally, it only takes a few seconds most of the time. And if you don't have time, don't worry about it. Acknowledge it and go about your day. Divine will bring it up to you again before the end of the day and say, this is how you're doing that to you. And then you just stop. But then that runs into the next thing that kind of causes problems. Being sad or grieving. Some people really don't like to acknowledge their own sadness, and some people don't like to grieve. And it's even worse when we don't like doing either. Guess what? I'm in there too. I don't like grieving. As you heard a little bit of my story before I began, I've been grieving my whole entire life. I've had something to grieve, and that isn't even the thickness of it. But as soon as you acknowledge your sadness, you can let it go. You can give yourself permission to instantly be sad, cry, you know, maybe don't do anything too crazy, but do what is needed in order to feel the feeling of that sadness and that grief. Let it go. And instantly, when it's gone, you get to put something else in there. You get to be happy. And your happiness is what brings around that amazing journey. When I first ever started working as an intuitive, the number one question I got, what is my life purpose? Everybody wants to know what their life purpose is. Trust me, I have wanted to know my life purpose too. But I kind of handled it a little different. You know, I asked what was my life purpose, and I grieved what was my life purpose. And I'm going to tell you when I actually began to receive my life purpose. I can even tell you the year. It was 2018. And it was 2 Saturdays, 2 months in a row, where I was just screaming like a banshee at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Why is this happening to me? What is going on? What is happening? Why? Because I knew I was ready to know. That was the point of it. I was ready to know. When you start asking questions like, what's your purpose? And you're not ready to know, I'm going to tell you what ends up happening. You kind of start driving yourself a little cuckoo because you're not ready. When I could have car keys right now, have a 3-year-old, and I could buy the 3-year-old a little toy truck and let them play with it. And they said, Mama, I love watching you drive. Let me drive. And I could give them the keys. They could possibly turn it on and drive down the road. I don't think that make it very far though, because they're not ready. But as soon as you are, and well, let me go backwards just a little bit. Live your life. Just live. Get rid of the war. Stop fighting the war. Get yourself comfortable in the idea of nobody can do anything to me. Everybody's doing everything for me. I'm the king, I'm the queen, and everything. Anything that I even call low vibrational is being done for me. So I can see it. Because when it's done, you can see it. And once you can see it, and you're open to knowing that everything happens for a reason, there's no such thing as a coincidence, your life becomes beautiful and a little easier and way more peaceful. And when you get to that level of being ready for your life purpose, what will happen is divine will start doing something that you don't like, shaking up your life and your world. All kinds of stuff will start happening, and you may feel like it's getting worse. But if you ride it out, you'll see it's getting better. When you look at your life, you see all these events that kept happening. Well, you know, that craziness over that happened, but hold up, wait a minute. I moved. I got a new job. I met some new people. That relationship was over. Hold up, wait a minute. I went to that coffee shop and someone dumped their coffee on me. Now they're asking me to marry them. Yeah, no, God forbid, you know, I may have gotten in that accident, but oh wow, I got something that was worth way more than what that was I lost. And as the lines come together, slowly but surely, and you ask that question, divine presents the Hierophant to you, the teacher to you, the advisor to you. That book fell off the shelf for you. You thought you were going to YouTube to do this, but hold up, wait a minute. Instead, you had to do that. And the answer presented itself to you. And slowly but surely, you start understanding what your life purpose is. As a whole, it's all the same, really. You're here to heal, to ascend, to help people, to love yourself, to love others, and come full circle. But going in deeper and more major, every single job, even ones you didn't get physical pay for, it was all something coming together in one accord to prepare you for what? The big thing that you came here to do. And at that point, you'll know that you've received it. You'll receive your amazing journey and you'll feel full. And you'll know that life really is worth living. I won't sit here and tell you that if I was in control of my life from beginning to now, that I would have chose everything, because I promise I wouldn't. I've lost a lot. I literally have lost a lot. But if I didn't lose it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, about to do the amazing things. Some of them I still don't even know. And I wouldn't feel complete. And that's the blessing that I have right now. And that's what Divine wants you to get to. Each and every last one of you. To know. You don't guess. You know. You don't ask. The X connection asks me all the time, actually multiple ones. Did you know that this was gonna happen? Yeah. I didn't know how. I knew that it was gonna happen. I just didn't know how it was gonna happen. This is the one part that I actually get to read, not all of it. But this is what they have me write at the end. As you focus on yourself wholeheartedly, you remember that even the events that have occurred with others are only a reflection of something that you truly are doing to yourself. Stop, transmute, and transform. And after acknowledging as well as receiving, you will instantly receive the instant results in your everyday life, giving you a war-free life and instead turning into an amazing journey. Each time you have focused in on something, somebody, or an experience, it showed up, but you weren't ready. Some of us got what we wanted, but you didn't get to enjoy it because it was short-lived, and not because you won't get to have it. It's because you asked for it and you were a superstar manifester. So everything you ask for, you have to receive, especially if you focus on it. But you don't get to keep it until you're ready. So this is the time to get ready. That doesn't mean you don't get to keep enjoying some of these things. Some of these things will come in short bursts and you need it to help push you forward. We have to be triggered a little bit. I don't like it either, I promise. But when you're truly ready, it's coming in and it's coming in for good. So use this just as a template over everything though. Every part of your life, there's nothing, health, wealth, happiness, or success, family, a job, a business, nothing that you can't use this one tip. I promise you, it is worth billions of time and energy, maybe even money too. Well, I'll leave this with you guys, and I hope that this message came right on time for you all. And I love you. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank you, Rashonda. That was great, 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 great.